We, as ICM, we worked with the Walk Through the Bible. We have not had that. And we, like, we'd have
Not you, it's Leon.
Oh.
Kevin calling me Leon.
So we would have, in Nairobi, we would have a big meeting and we teach people. And when we go back, because it is actually teaching, so I'd go and teach. And I've taught in Kitare Primary, I taught in Kitare Day, I taught, students. And then I give a report. So, cook figures, some people would cook figures. Because you are giving numbers. So this thing of numbers, I don't like.
Yeah, because they are not, some are not very, and unfortunately, even those people that have the mission bonds that sends them to maybe to Africa or to wherever to do missions, and they would have those figures. And so here, the missionary went to Masai Mara and spent his holiday there.
Yeah, they ask for numbers.
And they go and take photos as they go for tourists and for tours. Sorry, they take photos and they attach the photos to
the report.
Of course, we can't do a draft showing that this is what we have done and all that, because they will not come on the ground. And even if they come on the ground, they will call people. How many pastors have been called for breakfast?
Like here in Kitale, we had one, and at that time I was a student, all the way from Dar es Salaam, that 2004. And somebody had invited, how invited, you have given breakfast, you've given lunch, so all you do is to come.
It's just to come. And even they will facilitate your transport.
And there was all these people. So, because it's a report you want, or people have come on the ground and they want to see. So people are claiming we are members, these members. People we just went for breakfast and that. So these numbers, Mutai Ngoni say that numbers don't cheat, but I think they do.
Depending on what someone is again looking for, because there are those that are pursuing the gospel and they will commit to doing the work of Christ and knowing that I am responsible to God, I'm accountable to God. Even if I'm here with brothers and sisters and I have a report to God, to give the report, the best report is what is Jesus saying, what is God saying about this.
Yes. And of course, again, you can't see the quality of your work.
Yeah. I also don't like counting and saying that this is what I've been able to do and all that. Sometimes I find, okay, there are some areas that statistics are okay, they are necessary. But when you are doing statistical returns in the church, we used to do it yearly. And I realized people would fake results. They would just fake results. And so I was like, who do you think now they are cheating? But because now they have their leaders there and they have to impress their leaders, they would do those fake reports.
My opinion, I think they're all important because I used to have the same problem. before. But I realized that you cannot talk about quality without quantity. Like, if this, what we are doing here is good, it will definitely affect many people.
Quantity.
Yeah, it will affect quantity. The Bible is very statistical, very, very statistical. It talks about how many people Jesus fed. It talks about how many disciples Jesus had. It talks about how many people were there. It gives you a clear picture that many people followed Jesus, many didn't believe, or this and that. So I find the Bible very statistical, very intentionally statistical, and also there is the integrity of statistics, which I think is the problem we are dealing with currently. Us as human beings, we are dealing with the integrity of statistics, not that it is bad. But if you have 50 people in your meeting, I remember one time when we sent one of us to Gabon to do a meeting, and meeting with the pastors and all that. And the budget was for 100 people, and then he wrote that there were 100 people, but the pictures he sent, we counted the people on the picture he sent, we counted the people, and we told him these people are not 100, they are like 45, 50 there. So where are the rest? Then it was like, then we're like, okay, fine. During this financial, accountability, we're like, you can't say you served 100 people this much because we saw only 50 people. So that became his grounds for, it revealed the issue that he's struggling with in his heart as a disciple. So I think it depends how we look at statistics. But I think it is important, because if we say we have 5 house churches, then it means that we are able to work harder to see how we visit them. It affects our planning. It affects, even your marking here is affected by statistics. You can give us as many quiz, because we are few. If we were 50, you would be like, wow, let me just forget about reflection papers. The house church question yesterday about how many, and it was answered. It was based on the productivity of numbers. Like if we are many, we won't be very productive. If we are few, we'll be productive. So I think it is good. Just the wrong thing is when we cook them and lack integrity, because there is miracle in numbers. If what makes feeding 5,000 people with 2 loaves is the numbers, right, Emmanuel? It's the numbers. Like me and you, 2 fish, 5 loaves, that's a lot. There's no miracle there. We will eat and we'll have enough. But if we go there to Shimolatawa with those 2 fish, and then everybody has eaten. I remember in my wedding we were just having 350 food for 350 people. But because we did it in an institution, all the students came to eat. We fed like 1,000 plus, and there was there was food for everyone. So that was a miracle for us. That's my position with statistics: quantity and quality. Quality affects quantity.
That's true, very true.
So that is very true. And then, Mary, we should not even be afraid of having those statistics. But the integrity issues, they need to be checked. And I want to hope that with the guy in Gabon, because that was maybe an area of weakness, that again it opens doors for one to be discipled and to be helped in the areas that they are struggling with. But unfortunately, John, most of it has been cooked. Results. But again, with what is the motive behind it?
Mm.
What is the, even if I come and say that I have a house churches, what is the motive behind it?
To impress people,
To impress people.
not to God.
Yeah, if I want to impress people.
I think it's also because people want to be impressed. I don't know, like, people want to be impressed. Because if you go and say, oh, we went to this meeting and we had 5 people. Oh, only 5. Oh my God, why? Only 5. That's not very productive. We are looking for somebody who can raise 500 people. Oh, okay. So we want to work together again. No, I can try. And then now you go and then you cook. I think it's that dependency when it's not your own resources. If it's your own resources, if I came to visit mom, okay, and then she just says, oh, we only have githeri and tea, that's what we will eat, because they produce it and that's what we have. But if somebody said, we are giving you money to cook githeri for 50 people, then she has to make sure that it looks like it fed 50. So I think also dependency increases cooking of numbers. You have a mission board that wants to hear numbers. You have a pastor that wants to know that you left and you've come, and you will hear tomorrow they're saying, we really thank God for Manuel and Alice and Mary, but mostly Mary, because she has won 100 people. So you start realizing, oh, she becomes valuable because of the numbers. So tomorrow you want to be valuable before that person. You go and cook your own numbers.
Yeah. So there is also that the society that we are living in is not able to, that doesn't really live in truth. Or they want that. And I was asking, there was a time that we went a pastor's fellowship and they were coming up with these numbers. I know my church has there are 500 members, and my church has 3,000, and I was like, oh, I mean, where is this leading to? And the small churches that has 20 members, 15 members, their pastors are like cowed. I mean, they are like misplaced. So I was asking myself, what if this pastor that has 15 members, 10 of them are committed and devoted to Christ, and this pastor that has 200 members, 5 or 2 are devoted and committed? So which one wins?
You go for it.
Huh? So I think also
In fact, these numbers, as Joy said, this guy, I was reading this story of the parable of the 5, 10, and the 3 guys who were given 1 5 talents, the other one 2, the other has 1. And the one with the least is the one who is really thrown into hell.
Yeah.
But is it because he had 0? And this one, or is it the multiplication? So again, I think as he says, maybe it's the integrity. He buried it.
Yeah. Because maybe you would have even returned it as it was and said that this is it.
He
But
buried
again, with the things that he added to the story that were not.
he had some issues.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So,
We had issues. I think like David counting, was it David was punished for taking the census? Yeah, he was not punished for the census, but for the motive of taking the census. Yeah, but for me, numbers will mean celebration. It will mean quality work. It will mean success. It will also mean, because even like Billy Graham, they say he was the only one who was born again in the crusade that was there. The crusade, only him came forth and God said, and the guy felt like, oh, what have I done? But later on, this guy became the guy who really won a lot of souls to Christ.
Yes.
So the miracle of only one person getting saved is in the fact of the numbers of people that he brought later.
Yes.
But if it was just one man went and won one man, nobody would know.
Yeah.
It would be a miracle.